what if everything you see is actually inside of you? And what if you are already inside everything? Sometimes something shifts, and what seems to be outside, person, object, the world, feels like being in me, not in me as a physical body, as perception. So the perception is shifting. And if you have experimented that, you can relate. If someone you had trouble with and you actually feel is in you, this person, then the connection is shifting. And if you talk with that person, after some difficult time or conflict, you will see how it affects the talk, the relationship, because your inner perception is different. And at the same time, you feel that you are inside that person, not as a physical body or even as a subtle body, but as space consciousness, as perception. So that is something subtle. Maybe for some person it will be a sudden shift, but otherwise it is just something subtle which is opening, and at the same time you also feel you are inside everything, people, objects, the world, and everything is in you. So you can now, just as a little mini practice, think about someone you have maybe some trouble, difficulty, or some subject, maybe thinking about a war, something unacceptable for you, and just maybe close your eyes and invite this to feel this is inside me. This space consciousness which I am, it is happening in that. And you can also reverse. Realize that you are also in that person or situation as space consciousness, presence, which is timeless. So when we do that, there might be some resistance because the ego is protecting its own knowing, its conditioning, its wounds, because ego is dwelling on what he knows. It is his home. My wound, my conditioning, my separation from others, so I relate to everything as a separate being. So it's a very old habit. So it's difficult to let go of that, to open to a wider consciousness, which is including everything, and everything is included in that. So it's very normal to feel some tension, maybe, or contraction, resistance. Just inviting this at your own speed. No need to hurry for anything. Just, whatever I can open to, this is in me. Oh, how it feels. This person, this terrible person, or whatever. Or my friend who was cheating me, or my husband who left me, or whatever. How it feels. It will awaken some stuff. Good, so just let it be. Feel it, they have their own right to be. It's like little babies, emotional babies, these wounds who have been kept inside the body-mind, because we could not, at a specific moment, let the experience be there fully. So we have been suppressing it somewhere. So when we open to that person or that event or whatever, which is going in opposition with our conditioning or our barriers, then it comes out. So let it be. You are just space consciousness, being here, now, with whatever he is, without any comment, just observing what happens when I just invite this feeling that the person, this person or this event is in me. And then I reverse. I am in this person, in this event. I can think about a terrible war. If I can, I do whatever I can. I open to whatever I can. But it can be a war, it can be something traumatic, and it will be healing, because it will allow this trauma stuff, what is not necessary, to be here, to be released. But I'm not searching, not pushing anything. I just opening the space by just doing nothing, being here. So energy, Shakti will do its work by just being here and just shifting my attention in that space consciousness in which everything is, including that person or that event, and I am also in this person, in this event, not as a person or as a subtle body, but as a space consciousness, which embraces everything. Then I can do that for the microcosm, the small, the big, space consciousness. I am in all cells of the body, and in the big, also in the planets, the cosmos. So just to open to that and see what happens. Just be curious as an experiment and see this coming and going from a contracted consciousness to a wider consciousness. So there's nothing to push, just to understand that the work of the ego mind is to push away what I don't like or to pull what I like. So this is called desire. I pull what I like. This desire I push away is fear. Fear and desire are the two main actions, with many subdivisions, we could say. But when we understand that, ego, identified consciousness work in this way. That's why everything is trying to manage for its own advantage. But when it opens to a wider consciousness, to this space consciousness, there is no desire, no fear. It is just here and now, absolutely free, and everything can be experienced. And in that, everything is in me, and I am in everything. So we can extrapolate this to small, big, and use it also as a little practice in my relationships, in my work, in everything, to support both my action and my life in the world, and my unfolding, my spiritual life, this opening of consciousness. So they work together. So to let the dance happen and to be brave and courageous, to not away from discomfort, which is the main reason of keeping ourselves as slave of the mind and its identification as a separate being. So, yes, nothing to do, just to be here, and you have the power and strength as pure consciousness to go through anything. Nothing can touch you. This much confidence we can have in our own self. Thank you for listening. You can like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can also book a talk with me if you like below, and I will find you very soon. Thank you. Namaste.